All right, ma'am. Are you Devin Atkins? And Ms. Atkins is on probation for the third-degree felony offense of injury to an elderly person. That's started at May 23rd of 2022. There was a motion to adjudicate probation filed. She entered pleas of true to counts 4 and 5. Does the state have testimony with regard to counts 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, the court would like.
Yep, I think I would.
Down that call, Ms. Cole.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Ms. Cole. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Ms. Cole, would you please state your full name for the record?
Chiquita Cole.
How are you employed?
I'm employed at Jackson County Adult Probation.
And as an adult probation officer, is it your responsibility to supervise an individual on this court's probation by the name of Devin Atkins?
Yes.
Do you see Ms. Atkins in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
Can you point to her identifier?
Right here in the blue jumpsuit.
Your amended record reflect Ms. Cole has identified the probationer Devin Atkins.
Record will so reflect.
And Ms. Cole, as with every probationer, when they are placed on the court's probation, are they given the rules and restrictions placed upon them and what they are supposed to do to follow the court orders?
Yes.
And each one of those in detail is gone over with them so that they understand everything that they're required to do.
All right, guys. Welcome inside Judge Raquel West's courtroom, the place where second chances either survive or get crushed. This isn't just some quiet legal formality. This is high-stakes justice where one wrong word can decide years of freedom. The case we're diving into? Devin Atkins. A probationer accused of blowing through her conditions like they were suggestions. Patience here is razor thin, the atmosphere heavy, and the tension screaming from every corner. Will Devin convince the judge she deserves mercy? Or will Judge West unleash the hammer without hesitation? Stick with me, because this is about to get raw, unfiltered, and downright confrontational.
Yes.
Was Ms. Atkins so advised?
Yes.
At her intake?
She was advised at her intake and at a TTM at the Melton Center in person.
Okay, and describe for the court what a TTM is.
A treatment team meeting.
Okay, so in your opinion, Ms. Cole, as her probation officer, was Ms. Atkins fully apprised and aware of what she was required to do on probation?
Yes.
And were in fact the majority of those things intended to help her?
Yes.
Was she advised that she was to report to the Community Supervision Department when directed by yourself in the court?
Yes.
And did Ms. Atkins, based on your review of the file, fail to do that on multiple dates, including but most likely not limited to November 4th of 2024, November 19th of 24, and was that in violation of her probation order?
Yes.
Did you address that with her and inform her it is important to report if you have something come up you need to let me know?
Yes.
And did she do that?
No.
Was Ms. Atkins, as a condition of said probation, ordered to perform community supervision hours?
Yes.
And and to report those to you?
Yes.
Obviously, if you do not know that she has completed them, even if she has, is that a violation of her probation?
Yes.
To your knowledge, based on your review of her file and your supervision of her, did she either complete the hours or immediately report to you? Sorry, I'm reading that. No wonder everyone's looking at me.
I was about to say, I know, I was about to,
Community service. Well, that is in fact a condition of probation, right? Is it also a condition of probation that she is to report to you as her address and so that you know where she is at all times?
Yes.
And if she...
Now listen up. Probation isn't a free pass, it's a tightrope. And Devin Atkins, she's been wobbling from day one. The record shows missed reports, broken rules, and skipped responsibilities. Judge West doesn't sugarcoat. She calls Devin out point by point, asking why she ignored probation requirements. The state rolls in witness testimony, cold and factual, hammering home every violation. Miss Cole, the probation officer, is crystal clear. Atkins knew the rules. She signed for them, and she broke them anyway. That's not a slip-up. That's a pattern. And in this courtroom, patterns matter more than promises.
does not do that, is it impossible for you to locate her?
That's correct.
Did she, in fact, immediately report to you her current address?
No, she did not.
Most importantly, based on Ms. Atkins' underlying offense and her issues, was she ordered or did she attend the safety program?
She attended safety. She completed the unit placements and the residential aftercares, but each time that she went for the supported outpatient. She didn't complete, so she didn't continue.
Okay, and was that failure to provide verification of attending safety a violation of her probation?
Yes.
And did that go hand in hand with her failing to successfully complete safety, which is to include any aftercare programs?
Correct.
And she did fail to successfully complete the entirety of the safety program as ordered?
That's correct.
And again, addressing those issues, is she ordered to submit at your direction and court's direction to alcohol and/or drug screening?
Yes, she is.
Was she ordered to do so on October 30th of 24, November 7th of 24, November 12th of 24, and November 13th of 24, and November 16th of 24?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, based on the review of her file, did she fail to do that?
She did fail to do that.
With respect to the entirety of Ms. Atkins' case, if I may, if this is the appropriate time, Judge, is there anything else? I know you and I have had a lengthy discussion about her that you feel would be appropriate for the court to know in conjunction with your testimony and your updated PSI.
The main thing is her mental health. She refuses to address that. We've made appointments for her with Spinal Tap, and she didn't attend the appointments. She's 100%.
Picture this. Devon's probation officer testifies that she skipped mandatory check-ins, ignored calls, and flat-out failed to report her address. Think about that. The system tried to keep tabs on her, and she made herself invisible. Then came community service hours. Unfinished, unreported, and conveniently forgotten. Add in mandatory treatment programs she started but never finished, and the record begins to look less like mistakes and more like willful defiance. Every answer Devon gives sounds weaker under the weight of documented truth. Judge West's face unmoved. She's heard every excuse in the book, and she's not buying a single page.
And when she was out unmedicated, so that kind of interfered with her completing her services. And she maintained contact with the victim in the case. So that part, her grandmother was trying to be there for her because of the mental health difficulties. And that's the main thing that we were trying to get her to address.
Okay.
Can I address anything?
In a minute. Mr. Lewis, do you have any questions? Hold on, ma'am. You're going to get an opportunity, okay? Mr. Lewis, do you have any questions of Ms. Cole?
Just briefly, during your supervision of Ms. Atkins, were you able to supervise her at points when she was on her medication and not on her medication?
The entire time she has not been on her medication.
So she's been unmedicated this entire time?
Yes, sir.
Your supervision? Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing else.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Cole. Any other witnesses with regard to the allegations? Based on the testimony,
Unless I may ask, Ms. Cole, Judge,
Yeah.
and you stated that earlier, Ms. Evelyn Thibodeau, I believe that is her grandmother, correct?
Yeah, Jacqueline.
hold on, ma'am.
At some point in time in November of 2024, was Ms. Atkins violating the condition the court had imposed that she not to have contact with Ms. Thibodeau for Ms. Thibodeau's safety?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Any questions about that? About the count, that's count 8 with the
Right.
contact? Okay. Then, at this time, based on the testimony, I am going to find count 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8 true.
But it doesn't stop there. This is where things get explosive. Devon was ordered to attend drug and alcohol screenings. 5 different dates, 5 different failures. Each test she dodged tightened the noose. Her officer, Miss Cole, exposes even more. Untreated mental health issues, appointments skipped, and contact maintained with the victim she was forbidden to approach. That victim? Her grandmother. Let that sink in. The very person the law tried to protect was still pulled back into the storm. The prosecution isn't just building a case here. They're painting a picture of recklessness, defiance, and danger that—
Again, there were pleas of true to counts 4 and 5 previously. I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, ma'am, Judge.
Any additions or corrections to that report?
No, from the bench, Judge.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor, unless Ms. Cole has something to add.
Do you have anything to add that's not already in your report?
No.
So the main thing I want to make sure, Ms. Cole, I have a notation here to ask is, you guys were aware of mental health issues and had opportunities for Ms. Atkins to participate in mental health services. Is that correct?
I made the appointments myself for her.
Okay. All right. Argument, Mr. Lewis?
Well, Judge, I think definitely from the updated PSI we have, as well as I think there was some issues from the jail. If you look at those issues and activity, I think that goes directly to her mental health state. Unfortunately, she has not been on a mental health caseload. I think that definitely would benefit her, as well as, being able to take advantage of any services that phenotype MHMR may have, or any programs that probation deems appropriate for her. I have had conversations with her, and meaningful conversations with her, where she has addressed to me her desire to take advantage of those activities if those available to me. She did understand that she had the safety opportunity. It didn't go well, but I don't think the mental health issues were addressed, mainly just substance abuse at that point. I think if we can get a handle on that, or get some work done with her to address the mental health issues, I think she'll do a lot better in this situation and be able to complete this assessment.
I mean, it's hard when
Hold on.
someone's not taking patients.
Well, it sounds like you had appointments that you missed that Ms. Cole made for you. Did she go to regular SafeP or special? Hold-
4, all right? Here's the deal. The defense finally steps up. Devon's lawyer tries to soften the blow, talking about her mental health, her struggles, and her supposed desire to change. He argues that services might help, that maybe a mental health caseload could turn the tide. But the problem is simple. Devon had chances. She had appointments, programs, and second chances stacked on second chances. And what did she do? Blew them off. When you're standing in front of Judge West, excuses aren't a currency. They're a liability. The courtroom feels split between sympathy and disbelief. But the evidence is slamming like a hammer with every word.
Hold on.
Special needs.
So she's already been to special needs
Okay.
SafeP. So that was a whole 6 months plus aftercare of drug and mental health help. So, Ms. Atkins, the problem is you're being given all the opportunities.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know if I told you, I had an appointment in Port Arthur because I cannot get in St. Bowman. They're not taking new patients.
So you had an appointment that Ms. Cole set for you, at least one. How many?
Yeah, but it's not for medicine. It's for psycho. I'm not a psycho. I don't have those problems. I mean, some people do that. I don't know.
Well, you obviously we don't know what you need because you won't even go do the evaluation. That it sounds like you haven't been on medication that would be what? At Spinal Top.
That's what I'm telling you. That's not. I don't have that. I'm not a psychopath. That is for.
It's psychopath. Nobody's saying you're a psychopath, but you
It's
have.
called past program. I'm not a psychopath. That's what I'm telling
That's not what it's called, and that's not the reason it's called that. Okay, if you had gone to your appointment and talked to them, then you would know what that was for, and you would know that it was meant to help you so that you could get on medication, stabilize, and not have the.
The halfway mark. The hearing feels like a pressure cooker ready to blow. Devon herself tries to speak, denying labels, rejecting evaluations, even interrupting the judge. That's dangerous ground. Judge West warns her. Every interruption could add years. Still, Devon keeps trying to twist the narrative, painting herself as misunderstood. But let's be real. When your record screams violations and your voice screams defiance, no judge is handing out pity. The courtroom tightens, the tension cuts sharp, and you can feel the walls closing in on her final outcome. This isn't about what she feels, it's about what she did.
Issues that you've been having. I'm going to find that you previously entered your. I'm sorry, Ms. Malfino, did you have anything to add?
No, Judge, I think that from my conversation with Ms. Cole, she's been gracious enough to offer to continue to work with her because I think she clearly sees the mental health issues. But as you can see, what Ms. Cole has been having to deal with is how the court has had to deal with Ms. Atkins today, and it's been kind of just a runaround circle.
Well, and in addition, I am going to find judicial notice of the court's file Ms. Atkins was evaluated for competency to stand trial not that long ago. I think it was in January of this year. And I have that report. And the finding is that Ms. Atkins is competent, understands the nature of the proceedings, and is then just really making a choice not to follow through with what programs have been given to you, Ms. Atkins, to try to help you. So at this time, any recommendation as far as,
I have one more thing to say.
okay?
She is not giving me the information needed to follow up with those type of things.
Okay, well, I don't
She doesn't
believe
have
you.
them.
I don't believe you.
You don't
Ms.
believe
Cole would never say, go do something and not tell you where to go or help you get there.
No, she says she does not have a list of the community service.
I'm not worried about your community service. I'm worried about your mental health. And the fact that you're not doing what you need to, and you're still contacting the victim, and it's a serious case. And so I got to protect society, unfortunately, because you're not choosing to do the
I
things
feel like I
that...
was gonna die, so I really didn't have much of a choice.
Okay.
It's my life in jeopardy.
I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 4 and 5 freely and voluntarily. Again, I'm finding counts 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8 true. Find sufficient...
And then comes the breaking point. Judge West drops the hammer of reality. She calls out the skipped mental health sessions, the broken promises, and the constant cycle of excuses. Devin tries again, claiming she couldn't make it, claiming she didn't have choices. But West doesn't flinch. She reminds Devin that help was offered, appointments were made, and support was right there. The only missing piece? Devin's commitment. And when commitment is missing, consequences become unavoidable. Every word from the judge slices through the noise, bringing the courtroom to a silent recognition. The verdict is coming, and it won't be soft.
evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty. Don't talk
I would
over.
like to look over.
I'm about to sentence you to prison, and how you keep talking over me is about to start adding years onto that. Stop talking. It's just going to get worse. Do you understand? Okay. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time I'm finding you guilty of injury to an elderly individual. Sentence you to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. No.
I'm telling, like, she thought, like, I could not get up there.
I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this
I would
was
like to speak to a detective.
this was not an agreement, and so you waived your right to appeal. I need you to sign that with
I gave you
her.
hospital papers. I gave her everything.
I'm also
I had
handed
a
you.
doctor's appointment and everything. That's what I'm
I've got 5 more years that I could add on to that.
Oh, man.
I can give you up to 10.
Have 'em.
You need to stop talking so I can finish what I need to do, okay?
I'm telling you, I'm not guilty. That's what I'm telling you. I did not have a choice. I went to the hospital and everything.
I'm handing you a
3
written
times.
admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered
I
against...
don't have a gun.
I'm not, just listen to what I'm saying. If you'll listen for a minute, you'll understand. Because of the judgment entered against you,
Accountability meets the iron fist. Judge West declares counts 1 through 3, 6, 7, and 8 true. The plea on counts 4 and 5, already admitted. That's a full sweep of guilt. With that, Devin's last offenses crumble. The judge announces the sentence: 5 years in the Texas Department of Corrections. And when Devin tries to argue back, Judge West snaps. Every word out of her mouth risks adding years to her sentence. This isn't drama for entertainment. It's raw authority, reminding everyone watching that the courtroom isn't a stage. It's a battlefield where truth wins and arrogance loses. Devin Atkins walks into court hoping for mercy and walks out sentenced to prison. Her grandmother's disappointment echoes. Her probation officer's testimony stands firm, and her lawyer's words vanish under the weight of undeniable violations. Judge Raquel West makes it brutally clear. Freedom is earned through accountability, not begged through excuses. The lesson? Don't mistake probation for a safety net. It's a lifeline, and if you cut it yourself, there's no one left to save you. So I'll ask you, was the judge too harsh, or was this justice served cold? Drop your thoughts, because in this courtroom, excuses die and reality always wins.